Welcome back, everyone, in the world of social media. Today, we're excited to host Josie and her mother, Debbie. As you'll recall, these are the Way to Dairy Award winners. Their barn is red from head to toe with a couple A5 robots, the Discovery Collector, as well as our feeding robot, the Vector. And Debbie, you have been the foundation of the farmstead. And everyone throughout this process said the robots and a robotic farm is really going to change life for all of us, but we're so excited how this is going to change our lives for our parents. And in fact, there's a lot of pride, and there were a few tears and kind of some emotional moments for some of your family members as they would describe and talk about their lives and their enduring, never-ending respect and admiration and pride in their mother. And so today we want to hear about everything that's happening there at the farmstead that has happened since the startup, and how are you feeling? Here we are in January, and the robots have been running a couple of weeks into a month. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. It's been a rough 2 months, but everything gets easier every day. I can see so much potential, of good things happening to us in the next 3 or 4 months for sure. They keep telling us they have a timeline of when everything's going to start clicking really well, and it definitely, I can see it and feel it happening.
So what are some of the big differences that you particularly are experiencing through this robotic barn? I recall in talking with Dan early on, I think he had in his mind that the computer and the technology and everything was he was a little uncomfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
Be left to the next generation. How are you embracing the computers and the technology?
Well, I'll second, I was definitely fearful of it. It looked like way more than what I was comfortable even looking at. But every day I get a little braver and search a little more of the reports that I can do to help the cows. I love being able to find cows that are feeling good, helping them sooner so they don't get as sick, and just finding just different things about the cow that we need to do to help them be the best milker that we have.
And I've heard throughout time that you kind of have the ketosis radar, and you can sniff out a sick cow before anybody else on the farm can. Now, who finds that information first?
Well, I used to could smell it if I milked a cow in the bucket, or if I even suspected a cow having it. I could smell it in her milk, and now all I have to do is go to the computer and type or looking at a report for ketosis, and sure enough, there'll be a cow, or borderlines, whether we need to treat them or not. Sometimes they don't get too bad. We don't have to treat them. It's just nice knowing that, because that can really bring a cow down, and to catch them before they get really bad, it's just been awesome.
So Josie, as the daughter of a dairy woman, and a very active young mom, dairy professional, marketer, retailer, you are wearing a lot of different hats. And as you think about your future as a working woman compared to your mom's, what are some of the differences that you think you will experience because of the change in the way you harvest milk?
Yeah, well, I think the number one reason is, or the number one way that it's going to be easier on me is the flexibility. Growing up, we had to be at the farm all the time. We didn't get to take vacations or anything. And not that I plan on taking tons of vacations or anything, but I just have the flexibility to be at home at night with my kids. I'm not going to have to worry about being here at 10 a.m. to milk the cows, or at 10 p.m. We have that great flexibility. And, when I think of our farm, I always think of family. Our family is just is what's driven our farm to move forward. And I think having gotten the robots, we can put a greater emphasis on family as opposed to the farm, and still care for our animals better than we ever have. So, I'm just I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to balance my work and life and family a little bit better with the robots, because I know, my parents had a really difficult time, with everything going on, and they're first generation farmers. So they were really putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, getting our farm off the ground. So, I think I just look at myself and my siblings and how can we really push this forward and still, keep in mind the values that my parents instilled when they first started. So that's one thing I'm really excited about and grateful.
So Debbie, you're a relentless go-getter. Do you see any differences in your lifestyle ahead?
Well, I walk a little slower out there, just I take my time. A lot of times the little grandkids will want to help me do chores, and I actually can say, yeah, let's, we'll just take our time and get them done, even if it takes an extra half hour. It's worth having them around and having them feel the, value of hard work. They're all really good little workers, and I can just see them loving the place already. So it's been really nice.
Awesome. Well, what's a piece of advice, or do you have any tips for other dairy producers considering robotics?
Well, if they can even think about doing it or want to do it, I think they should. It's, I'm not too far into this, but I already can see how much nicer it is for our family. So it's just the way to go. Especially if you're not going to be quitting soon, you got years ahead of you. You just want to make it as, you don't want to feel resentful of your farm, being there all the time and, holding you down and not doing a good job because you're tired or something. So this is just a way to, help you improve your lifestyle and your attitude and stuff.
And I guess, do you have any wishes for your kids as they progress and become in third generation farms?
Oh, you always want your kids just to be happy, whatever they're doing. I love that everybody's back here helping us, but if there's something they really want to do, just be happy is the biggest thing, no matter what.
Fantastic. Well, ladies, I again appreciate the time that you've given us over these past couple weeks, sharing your experiences as authentic and raw as they are, and as new as this is, and allowing the social media world to experience your startup. We've had great interactions, and I've had a great time having these weekly calls. So we'll park our conversations for a while and then bring you guys back, as the time unfolds. But thanks again. And to all of you out there, if you have any questions for the Takuses, you can find them on their own social media channel over at Dan and Debbie's Creamery. And of course, if you're ever in Eastern Iowa, make time to stop in for some cheese curds, some milk. What am I forgetting, Josie?
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
Very good. Well, thanks again, ladies, and we'll see you down the road.
Okay,
Sounds
thanks.
good.